Good morning, Alan here with another 5 minutes of recovery. And as always, my disclaimer, I'm not a professional speaker. I don't represent any specific 12-step fellowship. I'm just here sharing my experience, strength, and hope in the hopes that somebody that's still sick and suffering will see my videos and seek help, because it's always about help. And this week, what we're going to talk about steps 10 and 11, and we're just going to jump right in. So with step 10, continue to take a personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. And so this is something for me that when I first started coming around, especially, and when I first actually started practicing the principles in my life, I should say, that I was a little overwhelmed. I was like, well, how am I going to do this? Like I'm constantly looking at myself, checking myself, like, and that's just pretty much like part of life's process, like constantly checking and correcting ourselves. But what I found, and which will be a relief to anybody that's new, that's just getting into this process, is that it's just all about practice, and we're never perfect, right? And so we're never going to do anything perfect, and I don't try to be perfect anymore, but what happens over time is I continue to practice it. And as long as I continue to practice it, what happens, it becomes like second nature. So like step 10 is really just steps 4 through 9, right? Like spot check, like inventory. So like when I'm going through my day and something ain't going right, or I say something out of line because I'm not feeling right spiritually that day for some reason, which happens, you know what I mean? I could automatically like go through 4 through 9, like check it, get with somebody, talk to them about it. If I need to make amends, I make an immediate amends. And for me, sometimes it like goes in order like that. And sometimes like if I know I just stepped out of line, I'll immediately make amends. Because I don't want to do stuff that I'm gonna feel guilt and shame about later on. Because those are the things that get me in trouble and that eventually take me out. If I let that kind of stuff add up over time without continuously taking care of it as it comes up, what happens is I get myself to a point where I'm in so much pain where I feel that I don't have any other choice but to drink or drug. And I don't want to live my life like that anymore. So I kind of try to live my life as an open book. I have people in my life that I share my life stuff with, my network that we've talked about. And I'm able to do this on a regular basis. And so like, and it talks about like, I in the book, and Joe and Charlie explains it like really, really simply, that step 10 is done during the day, right? And I kind of believe that, because that's what happens. I don't have to wait to at night to look at what happened in the day. And then he was like, they're like step 11 is kind of like your checklist at night. So step 11 for me is sort through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with the God of our understanding. And what that is really for me is the structure and discipline in seeking a higher power, right? So I talked about structure and discipline previously, and I think that's really important. And so like after you've been sober for a while, you should be implementing some structure in your life, and you need to have the discipline to implement the structure in your life, if that makes sense. And I don't do this perfect, sometimes I fall off, sometimes I'm better at it, but when I'm practicing it regularly, I feel better and my day seems to go better. And just like when I invite my God into things that are going on in my life all around me, and just recognize that I'm trying to do his work, like my life just seems to go really well. And so step 11 is like prayer and meditation for me. So the way that I do that is when I wake up in the morning, I always pray, right? And that's the first thing I do, is and gratitude, being thankful, because without gratitude, and gratitude, I talked about that as an action word. So we got to follow up with it. But I always think about the things that I'm grateful for, and I always thank my God for waking me up. And then like lately I've been putting on some positive energy music while I read my readings. And I try to take a few minutes and just quietly like to meditate and close my eyes and just breathe. And that seems to be working for me. And I don't do it perfect. I don't do it every day, but I probably do between 5 and 6 days a week. And it's funny how that works, because like I'm gonna take the day off because I deserve a day off, and I don't want to do that, right? So then I'll take the day off, and then my day doesn't go really good that day, right? So like I want to rest from doing the things that get me better, and I think that's just comes along with being an alcoholic and a drug addict. So like that, and so like I do that on a daily basis, and I continuously check myself, and like I said, it becomes second nature. It's not something that I really have to work real hard at. It's just something that I naturally do. And if I find that I'm having trouble working on that it is becoming hard, then I need to take a look at myself and what's wrong with me. And after doing this for so long, like it becomes really easy to do. And maintenance isn't as tough as you think, right? And we continue to grow, and as long as we continue to seek, we're going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to learn, and it's all about just like being happy in the moment, right? Like enjoying the journey, ups and downs, bad and good. Like it all always works out the way that it's supposed to do. I have this little mantra that I always say when things start to get a little tough: things are always working out for me, and they always do, right? And I know that today. And so I hope I said something that helped somebody, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll pick it up again next week with step 12. Thanks, and have a great day. God bless.